Hello guys and welcome again. So this is my second part of Chandrayaan 2 Analytical Remedies of Success, and this is the second part 2. Hopefully those who are live in the first part have downloaded this PDF. It is available in www.chandrayaan2. The link is in description. You all can check it, the description box. And those who are attending it for the first time, the part 2, please go and check part 1 video, and let me just brief for them. This is Chandrayaan 2 Analytical Remedies for Success, and it contains all the mathematical corrections that have made by ISRO, and actually all the mathematical miscalculations that are made by ISRO, and I have tried my best to correct them, and also the wrong structured design that is done by ISRO. And so entire thing is done by me. And in the first part up to page 8 we have read. This is page 2. So this was my first law, already I have told, which I have explained it very nicely. Now my second law also I have started, and up to this much I have done. Now just let me brief everything which I taught. Just let me brief and make you all revise that in the first two pages I am not telling. It is what happened on there and this that. Then about this duo thought, what is soft landing and hard landing, that I have told in the beginning. And then ISRO wanted to make a soft landing but was not successful, but the game changer was this hard landing plan. If ISRO could have made a plan of hard landing and made all the structure design according to it, and the structure design could be, the lander should have strong infrastructure and strong means legs. When I will draw a lander, you can see that this is two legs are there, not two legs are there. These legs should be stronger, and the thrusters should be so powerful so that it can tackle the hard collision. Hard landing means what? Accident. Hard landing means accident, and hard landing is very successful in space missions. And it should be strong that it does not break when it makes an accident. And this plan should be a second plan. That means this should be given more priority. If this fails, ISRO can made the program in such a way that so that they can switch over the plans as soon as the soft landing becomes unsuccessful. They can switch, and soft landing has become unsuccessful most of the time because they have to reduce the speed from 21,600 km to 7 km per hour within 15 minutes of terror. It is very tough, and I have explained it in very detail. You all can check my previous video. And these first two pages also I am going through very fast, that when the parts will get separated, the orbiter will start rotating in this. Let me make it blue. The orbiter will rotate. It will rotate around the lunar surface, and the lander will come, start coming towards the direction. At this point, if we come to the law of gravitation, G m1 by m2 by r square, it is the force by which the lunar surface will attract. At this point it is very far, it is inversely proportional to r square. So it is distance is inversely proportional to r square. R is the distance between these two. I have told all these things in my previous video. You all can go and check it. It is r, this distance, and as it is very far, so force of gravitation is negligible. So it has to use its own energy by the thrusters to come, and when it will come a bit, it is almost in this point. It will have to also the thrusters will also have to apply a force. And what is thrusters, I will come today in my later part I will come. And this F2 should be given on the opposite direction, in which F1 is given. F1 is this force by the thrusters, and along with F1 there is also some force of gravitation along with F1. So this F1 means a balance force of F2 should be given by the thrusters. It is very easy. That means the force which you are giving this side when the lander was at this point, when it will come here, just you need to oppose the direction, so that the energy given becomes nil and it gets attracted towards the moon using the force of gravity. But when it will come at this point, how will the velocity get reduced due to the force of gravity? That is another main point. And so at this point I am taking it as point B, this was my point A and this is my point C. So F net B equal to F2 minus F1 minus F2, as it is in this direction, and acceleration is F net by m1 as a Newton's second law. It is almost known to everyone, F equal to ma. This is Newton's second law, everyone almost knows, and its proof is there in actually in many books it is there. If I do this proof here, I will go beyond my topic, so I don't think I require this proof. And F1 means gm1 m2 by r square now, because it is the force of gravity now, and this F2 is the balance force required, which I have made a different component by the thrusters, and F net B is the net force, which is equal to this. And another thing, F net B should be equal to this, and another thing, F net B should be equal to F net A. We need to keep the acceleration constant at these 2 points, because if we keep the acceleration constant, and because acceleration may increase at this B point if we don't keep it constant, and if the acceleration increase, what it will happen, it will be very difficult for us to bring it to 7 km per hour. It will be very difficult for us to bring it at 7 km per hour. At this point it will be very difficult to bring it in 7 km per hour. So in the previous diagram, that means this, so I am coming to, this was my all revision part up to page 8, and now I am coming to today's part. So in the previous diagram, that means let me erase everything better. So in the previous diagram, we were introduced the upward force F2. This upward force was introduced to you all, F2, which balances the acceleration. And what does this force do? It balances the acceleration. It keeps the acceleration constant. Now when the body is accelerating towards the surface, the force of gravity is increasing due to decrease in length. This is my force of gravity, and as you can see that force is inversely proportional to r square, and this length is r square. So it's a common sense that when the object was here, its distance was very far from the lunar surface, and when the object is here now, its distance is less than the lunar surface. It is known to everyone. So as a result, the upward force also keeps on increasing, because our motive is to balance the total acceleration of the body. So as the body goes this side, we need to increase this upward force to keep the acceleration constant, as this force is increasing. And when it will reach to certain point, well, we will need to bring it to very less, that is 7 km per hour. This data I have given it at this point. At very beginning I have given this point, from up 7 km. Now when the object is about to make a soft landing, the upward force needs to be increased to higher extent that it could neutralize the acceleration, so that it could almost neutralize, it should be 10 to 0. The acceleration should be 10 to 0, not exactly 0. If it is 0, then it will stop moving, and it is not possible. So it is almost 7 km per hour to make a soft landing, and the body finally comes to rest. The body will finally come to rest. In case of a hard landing, the body does not require any upward force. In case of a hard landing, the body does not require any upward force, and if it is required upward force, it is required in very smaller extent. But at this, that means if the acceleration was less here, at this point you can give some F2 to keep this acceleration constant, but at this point this F2 should not be increased to certain extent to make it 7 km per hour. It can make a hard landing, and when it can land hard, then the calculation should not be so difficult to calculate it to 7 km per hour at an upward force, and in such a climatic condition where not a single creature, nothing can exist. and in the northern pole human has gone, but in the southern pole India was this was even the first satellite to launch, so it is very tough. The object lands hard with the acceleration was moving and stops itself due to the reaction force applied by the surface, and it gets very hard into the lunar surface and stops itself due to the reaction force. Newton's third law, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Due to the reaction force it stops. There are chances of damage if it is not made highly rigid and strong enough to tackle the reaction force, and due to this reaction force it makes an accident, and due to this reaction force it gets damages. Suppose two cars are coming and one car is coming and it collide against the apartment. Then how do you know why will the car gets damaged? The car will apply some force in the apartment. This is the apartment. My drawing is very bad. I sincerely apologize for that. This is my car, and this car, if it collides with the apartment, then what will happen? Then this apartment will release a reaction force, and due to this reaction force the car will get damaged, and same thing happens in soft landing. So before few meters or a few kilometers reaching the surface, the force acting upward should be increased at very high extent for resulting in a soft landing force when it comes closer, because the gravity increases, and that is the main thing, that if this is my moon and it is coming this side, the gravity keeps on increasing. I will explain it properly in this diagram. So as the gravity keeps on increasing, the body is coming closer. And why is the gravity increasing? Because r, distance between them, is coming closer. And ISRO failed to control this upward force, and that is why it made a hard landing. Now this means very analytical diagram. This is very analytical diagram, and if you can understand this, you can understand this whole theory of second whole theory. You can easily understand if you can understand this diagram properly. So first let me come to this diagram. This is the lander, this is F2, upward direction F1, this direction force of gravity F1, this is point B and this is point A. 2 point, this is point A and this is point B. So at point A, that means for this point A, F1 should be greater than F2. F1 should be greater than F2 because the lander needs to come in more direction. It is showing short, but you can assume it a large distance because my page is this much. My page is only this much. Then if my page is this much, then if this page is this much and I am having the whole thing, then you can easily understand it. That is a large distance. So F1 is greater than F2 such that F net C equal to F net B. What is F net B? See, F net B means at this point, at the exact center, F net B is equal to F net C, which is equal to again F2 minus F1. Sorry, my big mistake, it is F1 minus F2, because you all can see that F1 is greater than F2. So it is F1 minus F2. And F2, please make this correction in my PDF also if you have downloaded, and those will download. It is available in www.chandrayaan2. Let me write it if possible. Let me write it once. Leave it, let me write it here. www.chandrayaan2 HTTP capital yarn 2 dot https://bit.do chandrayaan2 slash. From this direction you can easily download my PDF. Okay, from this point you can easily download my PDF, and this whole PDF it is available in this link. Okay, let me give it in the first page also, because those who are new, let me write it here. Okay, now let us come back. So at point B, that means it is very closer. At this point, F1 equal to F2. That means these two forces, F2 and F1, should be equal. That means the net force is 0. That means let me draw free body diagram. If in a free body diagram I am applying this force and this is the gravity, if these two forces are equal, then the F net will definitely become 0. And what is F1? It is gm1 m2 by r square. Okay, what is F1? It is gm1 m2 by r square minus F2 equal to 0. F2 is my applied balancing force, and hence acceleration becomes 0, and hence the object makes a soft landing. Now you are getting me the mathematical calculation why it makes a soft landing. Why it makes a soft landing, now are you getting me? And this is why it makes a soft landing. Hence it makes a soft landing, which is our main motto. Now let us come, means this type of things are very means interesting as well as very not tough. It is in Bengali we tell na sukho. That means it is very a little point mistake if you make, no, it can be dangerous. So now let us come. So we need to keep the upward force less than the downward force at every point of time, but it needs to be balanced in every cases, such that the force due to acting due to gravity changes. So the upward force in a free body diagram, or let me come to this diagram now. The upward force when the object was here, the object is in motion coming towards the moon, and this is F2. So F2 should always be less than F1 to make the body accelerate, but F2 should keep on increasing, and F2 does not depend on anything. It depends only on the thrusters. It depends only on the thrusters, and the thrusters are the means fuel, that are the energy provided by ISRO. And I will come to the thrusters part. What are thrusters? Just below this. And when this is increasing, this also needs to be increased, but it should not be 0. At this point it should be 0. Both the net forces should be 0. We need to keep the acceleration constant, because a rapid increase or decrease in acceleration can make the lander uncontrollable, which has ISRO done. A rapid increase or decrease in acceleration, they could not control this speed, and the signal can also be lost. So when the lander is getting detached from the orbiter, the force of gravity is less. So the lander is burning its energy. Burning its energy means the fuel provided, no. And what consists the fuel? It contains oxygen gas, liquid nitrogen, liquid oxygen, not oxygen gas, it is liquid nitrogen, liquid oxygen, that fuel. And from this fuel, thrusters part I will come. This one is the thrusters, I will come. All its working I will come just below this. I am telling from thrusters a long time, and it is almost question what is thrusters. I will come, definitely come. So when the lander slowly moves towards the surface of the moon, the lander enters into the gravitational field of moon. The lander enters the gravitational field of moon. As it enters the gravitational field, a force acts on towards. A force attract downwards, and this is if this is the moon, and this is its gravitational field, and when the satellite enters the gravitational field, the force attract towards it, and so an external force F2 should be introduced upward to balance the upward force and keep the acceleration constant. When the object moves closer to the surface of the moon, the distance between the surface of the moon and the lander decreases. As a result, the force of gravitation increases. As the distance decreases, I have almost told, I am going it very fast. I have told these things before you. It is just written. I have already told you in these diagrams only. I have explained these things. So I am not going. You can read it by downloading the PDF from this URL. You can download the PDF from this URL and go through it. https bit.do Chandrayaan2, and this link is also available in bit mistake in the link. It is Chandrayaan -2. Okay, Chandrayaan -2. Where I have written, let me correct it once, otherwise you all will get miscommunicated. Chandrayaan -2. Let me just correct it everywhere. On the first page I wrote, I think. Yeah, it is Chandrayaan -2. One hyphen. Okay, the link is available in description also. You all can check it, the description box. So now let me come to the part which everyone waited, the thrusters part. What are thrusters and how you can bring the speed down? Also it can bring the speed up. How? Thrusters can also increase the speed, they can also decrease the speed, and it is based completely on Newton's law, and it is a complete department is there to control the thrusters, and it is known as propulsion. Let me write here, propulsion department, to control thrusters. These things are not available in a PDF. You can make a short note in your copies. This propulsion department, they are not available in a PDF. Let me just propulsion department to control thrusters. Let me bring it at the center, right? Better, I think. So let me first tell you the thing. This is a lander. Working fluid is accelerated downward. Working fluid means the fluid which gets burned. The fluid which gets burned is accelerated downward. That means if this is my thrusters, let me come to this diagram. This, in a rocket you have seen that this fluid comes and fire comes out. This thing is the thruster, and if the lander thruster is this side, then the force applied, if the thruster works this side, then the force applied will be this side due to the reaction force, Newton's third law. Let me write this also one time. Fluid is known to everyone. Action has an equal and opposite reaction. opposite reaction. NLML3. What is this? NLML3. It is almost known to everyone. I am just telling. Every reaction has an equal and opposite reaction. And due to this working function, it works in this. So as this thruster supplies force on the this side downward, the lander gets a force upward, and this can also be explained by the linear conservation of momentum. Momentum means P equal to mv. It has a certain velocity, also a mass, and so if we conserve it, these two momentum at this point and this point should be same. So that this is how, due to reaction force or conservation of momentum, a lander moves upward. And one more interesting thing, you all can see that. Do you know when a human goes to space, how it moves? Because they cannot walk there. What they do, they attach some stone or something in their body and they just throw it. They attach some stone or something like that in their body and with the suit and throw it. As the stone gets thrown in the opposite direction, the astronaut moves. How? Because as he throws the stone applies some force, and the force the stone applies, due to same force, the man again comes due to same force. This is the reaction force or conservation of momentum, and this is how the lander comes out with the thrusters. And now let me read it. What is thrust? Thrust is the then force which moves any aircraft in the air, and it is generated by the propulsion system in the aircraft. I am explaining thrust for aircraft. If you in physics you can find many chapters thrust, but this definition is given by me for aircraft. And thrust is developed by Newton's third law of motion. Very important line. Let me mark it with red. Newton's third law of motion. Let me mark it with red. Okay. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction, which I have wrote here only. In a propulsion system, a working fluid is generated by the system, and the reaction to acceleration produces force on the system upward, and this is how it moves. Now, I have told in the beginning, मैं पहले ही बताया था. What I have told, that a lander can move upward using thrusters. How? In a rocket you have seen that when a rocket starts moving upward, fire comes out from the down. How? These fires give, you all can see rocket launch videos in YouTube in only. So it applies force downwards and the rocket gets pressure, it moves upward. And how much it will give force, that in that much only the rocket will move upward. How much force it will give, that much only the rocket will move upward. Now it is almost time, so law 3, if I start now, I can't be able to complete, and law 3 is a very structured design type. It is almost about structured design, so I cannot start the law 3. Now just let me tell a brief about law 3, what is there. Let me just explain one diagram, only this diagram. Let me just explain what the diagram. First let me explain you the basic thing, that is the diagram of the main lander. What was the lander? This was a lander, something like this. This lander was known as Vikram, named after scientist Vikram Sarabhai. Vikram lander. Let me write it here. Vikram lander named after Vikram Sarabhai. Okay, these things you all will not get in the PDF, I am telling you. This is named after Vikram Sarabhai. This is the Vikram lander named after Vikram Sarabhai. And what is inside? The Pragyan or rover. Pragyan or rover. What is this? Pragyan or, let me write it. Pragyan or rover. Now, what would happen when the lander will make a soft landing? This was the thrusters, soft thrusters for equipped for soft landing. When it will make a soft landing on the lunar surface, what it will happen? It will give a signal, or ISRO will give a signal, so that the door gets opened. As the door will get opened, there is a door, and the Pragyan will come out of this door with the wheels, and the Pragyan will move like the robot. It is nothing but the robot which is coded by ISRO, and it has camera fit in. It will just move, it has wheels, it will go around the moon, and it will just check everything. And this is how the design was made of the lander. And what ISRO did, they made only one exit way. And as in this diagram, you all can see that it is light tilted, so the exit way or the door may be somehow blocked. So what I have made a complete different structure design which has more than one exit way, and which I will explain it at this point. In the law 3 I will explain it. See, so today, goodbye for today. Thanks for watching. Do like the video, subscribe the channel. This channel contains what? This channel contains all videos, interesting videos related to science. I teach physics, I make a chemistry experiment, and I come with all these interesting topics and many more things. You do subscribe my channel, make the best use of it, and more importantly, download this PDF from anybody remember the link, write it in the live chat. The https bit.do Chandrayaan2. This is the link. Everyone please go and download. I am making it violet in color. Link is I am making blue color. So this link, everyone go and download now only and study the whole thing. And if you face any problem, a comment box is there for everyone. Write in the comment box, and within 1 hour you will get a reply. And this reply must, or I will try my best to solve your doubt. Just give me a comment, and I will reply it within an hour, and I will make the best use of it. So like the video, subscribe my channel, and one bell icon is there, that is very important. So hit the bell icon. So goodbye guys, thanks for today.